this might be a problem. There's a tree down across the road here. Hey everybody, it's JP from BigSexyBeast.com, and we have managed to squeeze, and when I say squeeze, I mean squeeze, the van back into a spot in the Blue Ridge Mountains, right on the border of the largest wilderness in the eastern United States. It's kind of a neat spot. It's one of the last places that Scout and I ever camped together, and we are going to be here for the next several days. We're going to cook, we're going to explore, we're going to bring you along on the way, and it's just such a great forest here. We've got some really great stuff to cook, and we're going to have some fun. And also, I've got something new that I'm about to hook up and try out for the first time ever, which could be a game changer. And that is, we have a new dish from Starlink, so that hopefully right here in the middle of all of this forest, we will be able to get broadband internet. That's the theory. I've tested it out once and it worked great, but I've never used it in a place that has this much tree cover and kind of down in a hole. So we're gonna try it out. We're gonna bring you along for the ride, see what we think about it, because it could be a game changer. Imagine Microsoft Teams calls, Zoom calls, all that terrible stuff we do for work from a spot like this anytime you want. Pretty amazing. Let's give it a whirl. Wi-Fi even among all these trees, which I am fascinated by, but let's see how we do here. So we got Starlink, finding optimal server. I got 176 megabits a second when I had a clear view of the sky, so we'll see what we have down here in this hole in the forest with all these trees. 71 milliseconds latency. That seems to be about what I normally get. I think it's going in and out here, so I may have to move my antenna. I was getting 10 megabits a second there for a moment. Oh yeah, looky there. 20 megabits a second, 28, 30. See what we get on the upload. That's impressive. So that's plenty to video conference. And look outside at how dense all of this is. That is pretty impressive. 34.38, 7.34 megabits up, with a latency of 95 seconds. Hello?
Hi.
What are you doing?
I was just laying on the bed with the baby.
Starlink works in the middle of the woods. I have no cell phone reception at all.
That's cool.
Yeah, it's really cool. Just to show you real quick here before I start prepping to cook, my power consumption is 100 to 120 watts right now. And the fridge is taking up some of that. The lights are taking up some of that. What I've noticed with the Starlink is it typically runs around 40 or 50 watts is what I'm kind of observing on power consumption. So that's also not too bad. The solar panel should easily keep up with that. Time to prep for dinner. I know this is going to shock a lot of you that watch the channel often, that I'm not actually just throwing together a hamburger last minute tonight, but I'm actually going to do a little bit more fun of a meal. So I got a couple of chicken legs that have mesquite seasoning on them with skin on them. I have a portobello pizza, which is a portobello cap full of cheese with some purple onion on it. That purple onion smells fantastic. I just cut up a yellow squash and I've got salt and pepper on it. It's misted in avocado oil. Gonna throw all of this in the air fryer for 10 minutes. Flip the chicken, stir the squash, put it back in for another 10 minutes, and I think I'll be ready to go. While that's cooking, I picked up a new double sleeping bag. It's the North Face Duo, Dolomite Duo. It's a sleeping bag system, and so it actually has a bottom to the bag, it has a top layer, and then it has a middle layer, and you can use different layers depending on how much insulation you want. And I think the ratings are 50 degrees, 30 degrees, or 15 degrees if you use all three. And that way I can kind of dial as I go here in the van. So that's that outer layer. The middle layer is yellow, and then the bottom layer is just the bottom layer. It's a dark blue. And so you use the bottom layer and the very top layer to get to 50, the bottom layer in the yellow layer to get to 30, and the bottom layer in both layers to get to the 15-degree rating. Pretty excited about that, even though that I have the diesel heater in the van. It's nice just to have bedding that I don't have to fuss with every day. Sarah. All right, gang, I'm gonna enjoy this. I will check back in with you later and we'll have some more adventure.
Good morning. It's about 8 a.m. I got up at 5 with the intention of actually getting out in the forest early, and it was raining pretty good. It's just stopped raining, so I think I'm going to cook some breakfast instead and let it dry out a little bit before I head out into the forest. I'll take you along. I was thinking I might do a ham, egg, and cheese for breakfast this morning. I'm in the world's tiniest skillet. It's cool. I'm guessing it's in the mid-60s. We're down low. We're at about 1,650 feet in elevation. And just getting the day going. This might be a problem. There's a tree down across the road here, and it's pretty low relative to the van. Let's get out and take a look. I think we're gonna just make it. We're gonna give it a shot anyway. Yeah, we just made it under that. If it had been any lower at all, we would have either had to got the chainsaw out or backtrack.
but fortunately we're able to just get under it. Probably had 4 or so inches worth of clearance on one side. So onward we go. Oh, wow. Get a little bit of a glimpse of an overlook there with the fog kind of just hanging on the mountaintops. It's pretty awesome. We found us a pretty good campsite on the southwest side of the wilderness. Just getting set up. We got the Starlink out, if you can see it right there. You can see what it's gonna do. Just put the awning out because it's raining a little bit right now. It's a nice fire ring here. I don't know that we will have a fire tonight, but there's a lot of wood that somebody left behind. Some pretty cool rocks back here in the campsite as well. Pan around and let you see. This is my first time using the Starlink. I'm not exactly sure what to expect on it. I think what I'm finding is that you need a clear view of the northern sky. Sometimes that's hard to come up with in the eastern United States because of all the trees. So I've got the Starlink set off here. It comes with a 75-foot cable, which is pretty nice. So I was able to get out away from the van's back there. And the reason being, if you can see, there's a little hole in the clouds there. So I have it searching, and we'll see. I don't really know. Learning as I go. I know when I was on top of a mountain the other day and had a clear view of all the sky, it was super fast, 176 megs a second. So I think when I'm down in trees and stuff, that's going to be a little harder to do, but almost level campsite. As you can see, I've got the little Lego blocks out under the back of the van there. I can get set up here and I think make a hot ham and cheese sandwich for lunch. It's been about an action-packed day. It's about 7:10, 7:15 p.m. I'm kinda sorta considering trying a fire here in the fire ring. We have plenty of wood and some fire starters, but it is very wet, so it may be a fool's endeavor. But I think I'm going to cook another one of those portobello pizzas tonight. That was really good last night. I've got one piece of chicken left from last night that I can heat back up and some zucchini. I think that's what I'm going to do for dinner. So let's maybe check on the fire, see what we can do there. I'm only going to give it so much effort. I'm not feeling super bushcrafty. I think I may cook dinner instead. We have a little bit of a fire, but it's barely hanging on. It's just so still and foggy tonight. It's been raining most of the day. It's kind of cool though. Well, here's dinner tonight. Chicken, a portobello pizza, and a lot of zucchini. So I'm gonna enjoy this and check back in with y'all later. Decided to make some crescent rolls for dessert. And as a bonus here, I'm gonna melt some butter to put over the top of them while we're cooking them in the air fryer. Melted butter. So bad for you. It's gonna be so amazing. So crescent rolls. Melted butter on the top. And now, yeah, I love having the air fryer oven in the van. Now that is what I'm talking about. Thanks everybody for coming on this rainy adventure with us. If you like this video, give us a thumbs up. You should check out some of the other videos that we do. If you want to, we would greatly appreciate it if you hit that subscribe button so that we can grow the channel, and hit that bell notification so you know when other videos like this come out. And until the next time, get out there and adventure.